you still watching anime in 1080p? Wait. You're laughing way too much for someone who just uploaded their video in 1080p. Well, what if I told you that that doesn't matter? That you can be watching this video right now in 4K? Well, if that got your attention, then listen. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be showing you how to watch and stream video in 4K. Now, there's two ways to do this, the easy way and the hard way. Today, I'm going to be showing you the easy way. Method number 1, MPV. The requirements, just having a computer with a graphics card. Nothing fancy, anything from the last 10 years should be more than enough. The tool we're going to be using is called Anime4k. This amazing plugin will allow us to upscale anime in real time. But wait, it's a plugin? Where are we plugging it into? Well, to use it, we will first need to download something called MPV Player. MPV Player is an awesome open source video player that's way faster than VLC, and with a little bit of elbow grease, it can be customized to do whatever you want. So step number 1 is going to be to download MPV. But actually, I'm going to be downloading a slightly different version of MPV. It's MPV.NET. MPV.NET is just basically the same exact thing, but with a little bit of extra functionality and customization ability. But it doesn't matter which version you use, both of them should work just fine. So I'm going to download the official .NET version from the GitHub. Link in the description for both versions, by the way. So I'm going to be downloading the .NET version from the GitHub by clicking on the setup.exe on the latest version. If you downloaded the .NET version, then you need to go ahead and set it up. Otherwise, if you have the standard version, it should just work out of the box. Next, install. And now, MPV should be installed on my system. Let me search for it, MPV, and let's try running it. Whoa, what's that? An error? Don't worry, you didn't fuck anything up. That's standard, just click yes. And it will redirect you to download the .NET dependency, which should automatically just start the download the moment the tab opens up. If it doesn't, you can click on the direct download link right here to start the download. Now go to your downloads and start the .NET setup. Install. Yes. And success. Now close this and try to run MPV again. And there we go. MPV.NET is now set up and ready to be used. Now, if you're using the .NET version, I want you to go ahead and click Ctrl+F. Open up your MPV.NET configurations folder. If you're not using the .NET version, then simply all you have to do is just go to your file explorer and write app data in between these two %signs, and then find the folder that is called MPV without the .NET because you're not using the .NET version. Now that we have MPV.NET all set up and ready, let's go back to Anime4k and let's go to the installation instructions. And over here, we're going to pick the correct link for our operating system. I'm using Windows, so I'm going to click on the MPV link under Windows. So the instructions for installing Anime4k is first, download MPV. That's done. Second, open MPV. This will create an MPV config file location for you. What that means is if you haven't at least started MPV once, you wouldn't find this configuration folder inside your ROM directory. So make sure to do that. Step number 3, you need to download the correct shaders that are optimized for your GPU. So if you have a lower end graphics card, you would be clicking download right here. Otherwise, if you have a more powerful graphics card like a 20 series or a 30 series, then you should click right here. Now that I picked the right shaders for me, I'm going to download them to the directory that we just opened. So I'm going to copy this, go over here, paste it over there, hit enter, and now we're in the directory that we opened. So I'm going to save them over there. And if we look in our directory, there you go, that's the zip file we just downloaded. Open this zip file and then extract these 3 files into your directory. And give it a second, and there you go. You can now close the zip file and remove it. And you're done. MPV is now ready to stream 4K anime. But since this is just a virtual machine, it doesn't have a graphics card, I can't actually show it. So let me hop on my main system and I'm going to show you how MPV works. Now let's see the results. The shaders are currently turned off, and I'm going to turn them on in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Just look at that. Off on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Focus on any part of the image while I turn it on and off, and look how much it enhances the image. And all of this is done in real time. You don't have to pre-render anything. You can directly apply this to the anime that you're watching. And that's it for method number 1. Hold up, you told me I'd be able to watch this video on YouTube right now with MPV, but I just tried it and my video is not working. You lied to me, internet man. Now, hold your horses. I'd love to tell you, but I don't think YouTube would be very happy with me. But with a little bit of Googling and researching, you should be able to do basically anything you want. By the way, on a completely unrelated note, if you check this video's description, you'll find many awesome links that will make you very happy. But you know what would make me very happy? Liking and subscribing, of course, but I'm actually talking about having a real interface. The default OSD kinda just works if you just wanna get something that plays video, but not gonna lie, it kinda looks like shit. And if you're going to be using this every single day, wouldn't it be nicer to just have a custom design that looks and feels the way you want it? Enter user scripts. MPV allows users to add their own scripts that modify the look and behavior of MPV, allowing you to make something that looks like this. This is my own custom OSD that I made, and just look how clean this design is. And installing it is so easy. All you need to do is to go up here, click on code, and download a zip. And then we need to go to our configurations folder, which is, again, app data, between 2% signs, hit enter, and we go to MPV.net, and we're going to install it right here, app data, and then open MPV.net, and then open that zip file. Open this folder, and then I want you to copy everything in here except input and mpv.config and readme. I guess we don't need that. And copy all of them to your configurations folder. Now we're not done just yet. We actually need to open our input.config. You can use a notepad or VS Code or whatever you need, and we're going to copy everything inside of this. And then we're going to go to our already existing input.config and open it with a notepad. And here we want to make sure not to delete this. We do not want to lose the configurations for your shader. So I'm going to open a few lines above that, and I'm going to paste everything from that input configurations into the directory, into our configurations file. Save it with Ctrl S, and then close it, and close this. And we're going to do the same thing for mpv.config. Going to copy everything from here, close this, open mpv.config from our configurations folder, and do not delete this, just open a few lines above it and paste the configurations above. And that's it. Of course, save it. And now let's test it. I have a little one-piece clip here for demonstration purpose. It's gonna struggle a little bit because I don't have an actual graphics card, but there you go. Look at it. You have just installed your own personal OSD. Now it's not done just yet. We need to install a few more things. First off, we have to install FFmpeg. I'm on Windows, so I'm gonna go with the Windows download, and I'm gonna click on Gyan, and then here I'm going to install the full version of FFmpeg. Let's go to my PC. And I'm going to create a new directory called FFmpeg, and I will install it in here. Now FFmpeg doesn't actually have a setup. I forgot to download WinRAR. Now FFmpeg doesn't need to be installed, but what we need to do is to add it to the environment variable. So I'm going to extract the content of these folders. You can delete the zip file, open this bin. I'm gonna copy this directory. Then I'm gonna go to Windows, and I'm gonna start writing in, which is gonna find the edit system environment variables. Gonna go over here, edit the environment variables, find the variable called path. I'm gonna edit it, create a new variable, and I'm gonna paste the directory, of FFmpeg that we just downloaded. So depends on where you downloaded FFmpeg, you're gonna paste that, the bin folder specifically. And FFmpeg is now installed. Next is the plugin that shall not be named, which I'm not gonna show you how to do it. Next is the MPV Standalone version. So this is specifically if you're using the .NET version. If you're using the normal version, then you don't need this step. You can just skip over this. But if you are using .NET, then you need to download the basic MPV version. So here in the installation page, I'm just gonna click on one of these links. It will take me to a download page. I'm gonna find the correct version for my system. I'm on Windows, so I'm gonna click this link. And let's download it in my computer directory. I'm gonna open a new folder. I'm gonna call it MPV. And I'm gonna save to it. Now let's extract MPV in this directory. Extract, thank you. Okay. Close the zip file, remove the zip file, and now we're going to do the same thing with MPV that we did to FFmpeg. We're gonna write env, open environment variables, find the path, edit, and add a new variable for MPV. And now MPV should be installed. And with this, MPV is now fully functional. Let's close out of this and let's start the video again and let's see the difference. Now I can show you the playlist functionality. If you click over here on this icon, you will see a grid pop-up. Let me add a few more videos, or the same video multiple times by holding shift. You can add the videos to the playlist. And now, look at this beautiful grid design. And you can see thumbnails for each of the videos that you have in your playlist. And next, I'm going to show you the clipping tool, which if you want to quickly splice clips, then all you have to do is go to the starting point, hit C, which will mark that starting position, then go to the ending point and hit C again. And the moment you do that, and close out of this, a new file will be generated next to your video, which contains nothing. I'm not sure if this is a bug or it's just because I'm in a virtual machine. I hope this is just a bug because of the virtual machine, but this usually works. And lastly, let me show you the thumbnail functionality, where if you hover over the video bar, you're going to see this representation of the video as a thumbnail. And all these tools and customizations are all thanks to user scripts. And the thing is, mine are not the only one. MPV has an entire wiki page dedicated to just user scripts that people have contributed to MPV. There's tons and tons of options and many scripts that can do anything you can think of. In fact, funny little story. Moments before I created my repository, I was gonna call it ModernX. But just moments before I hit create, I thought, hey, let me check it. Maybe someone else has that name already. And guess what? Someone did use that name. And they have a player that looks just like mine. And has all the functionality. And much more. And did it all in just one file. So yeah, I guess you can use this one or whatever. I still think mine looks cooler because it's red. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. I'm also going to try to stream on Twitch, so follow me there. And if you have any issues or questions, you can ask me and we can try to figure it out together.